Let's get started. Good morning, everyone. We're going to start by kicking off our media availability schedule today here at Watkins Glen in advance of Sunday's Cheez-It 355 at the Glen with our defending race winner, AJ Allmendinger, driver of the number 47 Kroger Bush's Beans Chevrolet. And AJ, obviously a big weekend for your team, a lot of confidence coming into this race. Just talk a little bit about your memories from last year and really just your goals for the weekend.
Yeah, it was pretty cool driving in the racetrack yesterday when we got here, and just kind of remembering the last time I was driving out of the racetrack, the amount of joy that I had, and just all the feelings and emotions that I had went through. And those are memories that no matter what happens the rest of my life, I'll always have. And just to experience something that I've worked so hard for in 8 or 9 years in the Sprint Cup Series between Tad and Jody Geschichter and Brad Doherty and everybody on this team last year to get that win was really special. But with that said, we're in a new year here, and we're kind of in the same situation, and we want to come here and experience it all over again.
All right, we'll go ahead and take questions for AJ if you have one. Please raise your hand and state your name and affiliation, and we'll start with Holly and go to Dean.
Holly Kane, NASCAR.com. AJ, this weekend there's several really good road course racers that really need a win to get into the chase. Does the competition ratchet up a little bit? Because there are a lot of guys maybe in the past that didn't necessarily need this win. I mean, everyone wants to win, but you know what I'm saying. There's a lot of really good road course racers that need to win this weekend.
Yeah, first, congrats on your award. I saw that, so congratulations. Now, the thing I've learned about the Sprint Cup Series, it doesn't matter whether somebody needs a win or not. If the opportunity's there, he or she are going to go out there to do whatever they can to get the win. So, it's no different than last year. The only difference is having the confidence that if it comes down to crunch time like that I'm able to go out there and make it happen. So, all we can go out there is put our race car on the racetrack this weekend. I feel confident. It's the same car we had last year here. It's the same car that we ran at Sonoma and qualified pole with and had a chance to win. So we just go out there and see how today goes, see what kind of race car we have in practice, and try to get a good qualifying run in tomorrow and, do everything we can on Sunday. I mean, that's what we did last year, and if it's meant to be, it's meant to be. If not, then, it doesn't happen. So, that's what makes this series so fun. I kind of laughed because everybody had initially just said, oh, Marcus isn't here. This should be easy for you. I'm like, I'm not sure if you guys remember, Jeff Gordon was leading when he broke. So there's a lot of great race car drivers, and, you can't just single out one or two of them that are going to be tough. So it makes it a lot of fun. I know I have to go out there and be on my A game to have a shot to win this thing.
All right, Dean, go ahead.
Yeah, Dean McNulty, Toronto Sun. AJ, together with the confidence, is there an equal amount of pressure on you now to win on Sunday because you're coming back here as returning champion?
No more pressure than I put on myself. In the end, I can read the good or bad of what people think and all that, but it really doesn't matter. I mean, it's just pressure on myself to go out there and perform, and, trying to equal that pressure with the fact that all I can do is go out there and do my best, and we can do our best as a race team. Like I said, I feel like if we go out there and we perform at our best and we make all the right decisions, we'll legitimately have a shot to win again, and that's all you can ask for. And if you put yourself in that position and it happens, then great, and if not, then you move on, and it's just a race, so we can just go out there and try everything that we have. So, whether it's pressure to make the chase or win the race, it's no more pressure than what I add to myself. That's all I care about. I believe in myself. More importantly, my team owners and my team believe in me, and that's all I need to go out there and feel confident.
All right, we're going to go Kenny, the gentleman in the back, up to Bob, and then to Brant. Go ahead, Kenny.
Kenny Bruce with NASCAR.com. AJ, last year, can you kind of look back at where you guys were from a competitive standpoint? Were you really expecting to be competitive, have a chance to win that race, or, a really good shot at it, and look at where you guys are this year? I mean, how much has the team changed, or is it pretty much the same situation?
No, I think, well, last year we had tested here, so I had confidence in the fact that I thought we had a great test and we were going to unload and have a good car. But at that point, we were really kind of on we'd hit a lull big time. Like we were struggling, and I remember the Pocono the weekend before we crashed, and I mean it was like everything was coming apart at the seams. It felt like we were struggling. So at that point, it was kind of one side I was confident that we were going to have a good car from the test, but the other side, that the momentum that we had, there was none there. So trying to equal that out. This year, if you look at the points, yeah, we're probably in the same spot. I'd look at it in a completely different way. We've had our struggles as well over the last couple of months. Last week, we finally had some good luck on our side and made some good decisions. Brian, my crew chief, Brian Burns, did a great job with the call to stay out later to make sure we had more fuel at the end to get a top 10. But I think our equipment's better. Our communication and progression as a race team is better. We've had a lot of more bad luck just in general. Last year we just weren't running well. But it really comes down to, last year at this time I'd never won a Sprint Cup race. So to say, when it comes down to time and if the opportunity's there, what's it feel like? I'm like, well, I don't know. I've never done it before. So I know what it feels like now, and I know what I have to do to put myself in that position. So for that reason, I think it's a lot different from last year.
All right, go ahead.
Mario Sacca, WETM. AJ, how has things changed for you and the team after last year's win?
I mean, I think as a team we're a lot closer. We believe in ourselves, even through the downs. It's one of those things that we know we have to stick together. Talking about last year, I felt like, our first year fully working together, trying to figure out each other, trying to have that confidence in each other. Especially when it's down, it was a struggle. This year, even through our struggles, I think there's been some challenging times, but we all believe in each other and we all trust each other as a team to know that we're all trying to go the right direction, and we just got to figure out how to get there. Last year, I think we were all kind of trying to figure out even which direction we were going. So, that win has helped a lot, and it's made us believe in each other and trust each other. So, even in the downtime so far this year that we've had at times, we've stuck together a lot better, and we've worked in the right direction. And, whether it's from Tad all the way on down to everybody in our race shop, just that trust factor is way, way better. And I think even if the points don't show it right now, we're a lot better of a race team than we were at this time last year.
All right, if we can get a microphone to Bob, please.
I'm Bob Pockris, ESPN. Do you feel your team has the similar attitude as you have as far as the approach and looking at it as like, look, just get ourselves in position to win, and it's racing, whatever happens kind of happens, especially compared to last year where maybe they weren't sure they could do it, and now maybe they think like you should win?
Yeah, I look at our race team. I'm the hardest guy on myself. They're always pumping me up because I never want to let them down. So when it comes to the approach, I really believe that they understand if they give me a good enough car and we do the right things, we're going to have a shot to win. But I put that on my shoulders to go out there and perform, to make sure we up our game to have an opportunity to win and experience all the great things that we did last year, whether it was the win or going through the chase format and just being associated with all the biggest names in the sport. So I think they're actually probably a lot more calm than I am. They just kind of know what the deal is and know if we do the right things, that I'm going to go out there and give us a chance to win. So they're way more laid back than I am.
All right, we'll take our next question up front.
Or at least they hide it better. Let's put it that way. I'm sure they're all tense as well. They just hide it better.
Brant James, USA Today Sports. This is sort of the last couple of questions asked a little differently, but after the win last year, you said the chase spot is great, but the team wasn't championship caliber, which was, just an assessment of where you guys were as a group. If it happens again, if you get in this time, having gone through that experience once, learning, what you need to do, is this a team you think could advance through the chase format?
We definitely have to get better. The great thing is the pipeline of race cars that we have through the rest of the year, for the most part, are pretty new cars. Last week was a brand new car. I think next week in Michigan is going to be a brand new car. So our equipment's going to be a lot better if we have the opportunity to get into the chase than it was last year. But I really believe, looking at what Ryan Newman did last year, it gives you a whole different outlook on what you have to do going into the chase and as the chase starts, because I think everybody was kind of unsure, like, okay, how is this going to play out? Of course, it'd be great to go win, but do you have to go win to keep advancing, or what? How is this going to work? And Ryan Newman showed all you got to do is be hot at the right time and be consistent enough just to keep advancing. I think we all looked at the 31 team. It wasn't the team that you would have chose to have a shot to win the championship at the start of those 10 races, but they did a great job, and Ryan did a great job to never put themselves in a bad position to lose points. So if we get into the chase, that's kind of how I look at it. You don't have to be the best team. You just have to be good enough each race to advance, and then you just have to be the best team out of those 4 when you get to Homestead. So, but that's so far down the line. We got a job to do this weekend, and if it happens, then we'll start looking ahead. And if not, then, it still comes down to we try to put our best foot forward for the last 14 or 15 races, and there's still how many races left to try to make the chase, and if not, you still try to finish as high as you can at the end of the season in points. So that's what it comes down to. Can't look too far ahead.
All right, we have time for one additional question for AJ. Any final questions? All right. Well, AJ, we appreciate your time this morning and wish you the best of luck this weekend.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.